I can honestly say, y'all, I don't think the alcohol is the problem. Like, a lot of people have said, like, I don't drink, but I can't leave my house. Like, I feel like there's something really wrong with the environment that we live in and, like, society. Like, the normal for everybody else isn't normal for us. And I feel like we have to adapt to how other people do things that don't have sensory issues, that aren't like... I'm gonna describe it like this, why I'm always drunk when I leave the house. It's like my antenna picks up on everybody's frequency. Like, I can feel everything. I can feel shit you did 2 years ago type shit. Not on no supernatural shit. I'm just saying, like, since a kid, I've always been able to tune into other people's shit so much that, like, it's hard for me to tune into my own frequency. And when I'm drunk, the only frequency I tune into is my own. I done tuned out everybody else. I'm like the best version of myself when I'm drunk, and then simultaneously killing myself while I'm drunk. And a lot of people in the comments were making comments like, oh, you know, it's bad for you and you shouldn't drink. No shit, I shouldn't drink. Like, I'm aware that I shouldn't drink. But it's gotten to the point where, like, the only thing that has helped, and I need to add that I've been to over 10 doctors in the past 10 years, and I've tried multiple prescriptions. You say it, name it, when it comes to, like, killing anxiety, I've tried everything. And alcohol has been the only thing that helps me quiet down the chaos. It's literally like somebody took a blanket and just laid it over my brain so I can get some peace that I haven't had ever in my entire life. So I'm saying all this to say I'm making this video because I honestly feel like it's a lot of people that are drunk as hell, stoned as fuck. They don't leave the house unless they're drunk, but I feel like their nervous systems have been hijacked. Like, they've went through so many things that, like, they're not able to just tune into themselves, if that makes sense.
So from what I'm hearing is you are truly yourself when you are under the influence. That's all I'm hearing. You are truly yourself when you're under the influence. And this is just wild because when we look at this comment section, you have a lot of women saying, well, dang, I can't believe I'm going through this. Men are saying the same thing as well. But the fact that a lot of your women are saying that they can relate to this. Oh, well, you know, my senses are so high. I can dictate this. I can dictate that. I can see this. I can see that. But yet these are the same women who will find themselves in court because, hey, well, you know, I was under the influence and, you know, he took advantage of me somehow, some way. When at the end of the day, they were just consenting adults. They were just consenting adults, but she felt embarrassed. She felt humiliated. Her boyfriend freaking found out. She just felt bad about what she did the night before, that now she has to say, well, you know, I was under the influence and he took advantage of me. And guess what? Many of your men are in jail because of that. Many of your men are fighting for their lives because a woman was under the influence. The man was as well, but only one person is going to be held accountable, and that is the man. And that's ridiculous, being that we are in a society where women saying they want to be treated equal, but they will never sit here and go to the courts and argue in favor of the man. They will never say, well, hold on, no, we want to be equal. So guess what? These women need to be held accountable just as much as the man. If they decided to drink and they both knew that they were under the influence, right? Because once again, you're drinking. If you are willing to consent, no matter you're drunk or no matter you goddamn are sober as hell, you are consenting. You are a consenting adult. You can't then change your mind the following day, but that's what you're seeing here. That's what you're seeing. Women, oh, well, you know, we were over here drinking this, that, and the third about 30 some odd years ago. Now all of a sudden I want to come out and come say something. This is ridiculous, people. But these are the same people that want to be politicians. These are the same people that want to lead a business, but yet they can't even take accountability. They can't even take accountability for the things that they put themselves in. Well, you decided to sit here and drink. Now all of a sudden, hey, well, because, you know, you were under the influence, you had an altered state of mind. Now all of a sudden, well, you know, I didn't know any better. You knew better. And when I mean an altered state of mind, of course, alcohol changes your state of mind. You still yourself 10 times worse if we're being technical. And what I mean by 10 times worse, when you drink alcohol, when I drink, I just want to sit over here and fight and go and argue. I wouldn't mind sitting here having a full live debate. But of course, sometimes when you're sober, that's not something that you want to do. For a lot of people, that's not who you are. That's why a lot of people say, man, look, but that was a drunk me. That was a drunk me. You need to talk to him. Right? Jokingly, but at the end of the day, you knew what you were doing. You knew what you were doing. But people say that so they can absolve themselves from accountability and say, well, that was a whole nother person. No, that was you. But the alcohol just intensified that. When you look at people who smoke weed, when you look at people who drink a lot, right? When they drink, they get very sexual, let's just say, right? They want to go ahead and knock some boots. Right? When a lot of people smoke weed, they want to knock some boots. It enhances a lot of people's libido. It enhances, people's sex drive. Why do you think people get honey packs with some alcohol? Let's look at these comments, man. So somebody says, seek help. Then Jim Nestiga says, who's all this we? Then somebody else responds and says, bless her. I can't imagine how she feels. Never judge. I wonder, does she have a lot of Virgo placements? Then somebody else responds and says, I feel this in my soul. I started drinking when I was a child because I used to have vivid dreams about the end of the world, like from 3 to 4 until about 11 to 12. I think this dude is over here on some BS. I think he trolling, but let's continue. Somebody else says, sadly, I can relate. Then somebody else responds and says, it's true. However, you should learn how to desensitize or find a better coping mechanisms for that. For instance, a little extreme, I started covering my hair and it worked for me, right? So, I mean, the fact that a lot of these women are just going through this stuff. The fact that a lot of women and you have men are going through this, but anytime we want to have women try to escape from accountability, we want to say, well, I was under the influence. Well, according to this woman and a lot of other women, they're saying that, hey, well, I feel what you're feeling. We just have this heightened sense, this heightened ability to be able to sense people's BS, to be able to tolerate people's BS. But then all of a sudden, when they wake up the next morning and that high comes down, now all of a sudden, oh, well, he did some things to me that I didn't like. Let's be realistic here, people. Let's move on to the next video.
All right, you look way better in person. But you short though. How tall are you?
I don't know why people think I'm tall.
What's your name?
Alex.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet
My name is New.
It's what?
My name is New.
New.
Yeah. Just keep going, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you single?
I'm not. This is my
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it,
Hey, man, listen, I love this sister. I love, how she plays her role in that show. But I mean, from these responses that she's given to this guy, sister, you're not far off from the person that you playing in Power, bro. You're not far off. Now, by the way, this sister is dealing with, she's just messy in the show. She's dealing with 2 ops. This is just crazy. 2 dudes who are beefing with each other. She's bouncing on both of them meats at the same time. It's just wild, right? It's just wild. But yet we then sit here and we see them at a function or whatnot, right? This dude, I'm gonna try to see if I can leave a link to his page down below, but he goes to functions to go talk to women, all of this extra stuff, and he decided to walk up on her. And some of the things that he was saying, hey man, you look better in person. With the fiance right next, nah, bro. I would have been like, what the fuck? I mean, I would have sit there saying, okay, let's see what else they do. Let's see what else she does. Right now, of course, at some point in time, I'm stepping in there. I'm stepping up in there, right? That's just what it is. I'm stepping up in there. I'm probably going to push up on her while he's in the middle of talking to her, man, because just men vibes is just not going to work. And then this dude is sitting over here. He has a whole live channel of him talking to women. Obviously, he's trying to bag your girl, bro. So, hey, he says, well, listen, you look better in person. Do you got a man? And then she says, well, yeah, this is my fiance right here. Right? And he's like, well, if it ain't broke, then, if it ain't broke, don't fix it or something. It's, once again, the conversation carried on for a little too long. It just carried on for far too long, actually. Carried on for far too long. And the dude is just sitting there. No. Right? No. But let's look at the comments. Cash Out 256 responds and says her dude stood on player business. Then somebody else responds and says she said this is my fiance, like she was disappointed. Then Create to Relate responds and says after he said you look better in person, she should have immediately went, hey, let me introduce you to my fiance. If he started the convo with anything else, I believe he says not remotely talking about her in a approaching way, like about the event or whatever, no problem here, have a convo. And yes, I get that women gotta be polite to dudes because it's some that are aggressive if you push them away too quickly. But her dude is right there. So, that sentence was, or that paragraph was just kind of all over the place. But for the most part, he's just simply saying that, hey, well, listen, I mean, if they came over here if he just came up to her just talking about the event itself, that's one thing. Have the conversation. But the fact that you coming up here talking about, well, you look better in person, yeah, that's where you kind of have to insert yourself, bro. You kind of have to insert yourself. But then, you're gonna have some guys who say, well, just allow her to be there. Allow her to show who she really is. If she really entertains this guy and, start talking to this guy or whatnot, then, hey, maybe she might not be the one for you. I mean, and he's probably the same guy who would be like this dude who made a whole video about his girl going out, and he said, hey man, listen, y'all don't need to worry about my girl, because guess what? My girl, she feeds me, she do this, she do that, so I'm not really worried about anything. And then he tries to kind of cover up his BS by saying, hey, well, listen, whatever's done in the dark is going to come to the light. But for the most part, hey, she could do whatever she wants to do. You just told us she can do whatever she wants to do. So don't try to save yourself here.
Hi, see you later. She finna go cheat. I'm gonna tell you something about mental clarity. I can't control what a girl do when she not with me, but what I can control is what she do while she with me. When she with me, she don't play with me. She clean this motherfucking crib. That motherfucker goddamn make me food, cook for me. She down there do anything I ask her to do. So what she do when she leave that door, it's not really my concern, twin. I'm gonna be honest with you, twin. Like, I can't worry about what I can't control. I can't control when she's not here, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And whatever is done in the dark get brought to the light. You feel me? So they talking about you def cheat on her. No, bro. I just have a mature mindset, my nigga. I can't worry about what a female is doing when she's not with me, because I'm not her dad, my nigga. I'm not God. I can't control her every move and her every action. As long as she don't do nothing strange while she with me, we good. You feel me?
So realistically, she's fair game, right? So realistically, she's fair game. And that's just pretty much what we're seeing here. This guy, she's probably paying for everything. She's probably doing I mean, he looks like a nerd if you ask me, but she is probably paying for everything. He's probably a pushover. He probably allows her to do whatever she wants. So, I mean, hey man, but y'all let me know down below. What do y'all think, man? Do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel.